Hi everyone, it's Louise with louisemckayart and welcome to my channel. And I am in complete play around mode. I'm just recording this for posterity. The idea is to do a Jessica Winterstrom style, the faux pillow. So let's just get into it. I'm going to start down with my regular Glidden pillow paint, my white pillow. The concept is that this white pillow will act almost like a backlight to this creation if all turns out as planned. So let's give it a spin, stretch out the pillow a little bit. Okay, so now I'm going to lay down my colors. I'm going to lay down this color. I'm not sure what this color is even. I'll give it to you. But I can't swear by any of these colors 100% because I'm just playing around. And I'm laying the colors down on that thick piece of acetate. It's about 3.5 inches wide. And this, with all the colors, I'm just going to lay it down on the pillow, and I'm going to layer these colors on top of this. And with the paint spilling off pretty slow, I'm going to go on fast forward where I can. I don't know why I keep trying this technique, because honestly, it's not even one of my favorites. But the thing is this, with me, I get stubborn when I can't get something. And I'm really in a stuck spot right now. I don't know. I want something new to do. Now, this is Artez's Pearl Marmalade. And while I have a free second here, I do want to direct you to my description. If you click on the title of the video and hit the drop down for more, a description will show up, and I have links to some of the products I use and links to some of the more educational tutorials and other information there, just so you know. I also have a 10% discount code for KS resin, which is really the resin I use on all these creations. So if you're interested in that, click on the link and use my discount code. Oh, what is this? This is, these are just colors I pulled out. No, that's not that. This is Lavender Frost, DecoArt Lavender Frost with Artist Loft Light Violet. So let's just go like this. I don't think I need that stick, this thing. I seem to be going in one direction. Thought I leveled this out. All right, now this color, let's see. Every once in a while, you just gotta play. This is Artist Loft Deep Magenta. And you see it's a little bit thicker. It's because the paint's been hanging around a while. The reason why I'm not thrilled with this technique is that it uses so much paint. This is iridescent pearl with Prism Pores Chantilly lace. I'll probably just use this up. And I'm not going to follow Jessica's recipe. As a couple of years ago, I did this technique. And I got something what I called the Pearling Bloom. Now, two things I have different here is I have Glidden now, and what I had then was Multi-Pro, and I also was using my regular pouring medium, which is the Valspar A33124. And now I've got my, what is it? Where is it? This guy, the Sherwin Williams Infinity. So my pouring medium is different, and my pouring medium and my pillow are different. So what I'm trying to say there is when I discovered this technique 2 years ago, I was using the Multi-Pro and the Valspar, and now I'm using Glidden and the Sherwin Williams. And this is Sherwin Williams Color to Go. So the biggest difference between what Winterstrom does and what I accidentally did is that she uses Amsterdam's black, and I happened to use Color to Go Tricorn black as my faux pillow. So she was using an acrylic and I'm using a house paint. And Jessica's results are gorgeous, especially with the way she swipes. But I just happened to accidentally discover this purling bloom, and I'm going to flash up some of the examples of what I created if you want to go back a couple years ago and see what I did then. They're really cool. It was like a combination of blooms and pearls. I'm going to speed up stretching out this black cover pillow. Now I'm going to do some swipes, and I'm going to start with, this is Australian. This is my Australian Floetrol Cell Activator, titanium white and Persian rose. And if you're interested, I'm going to flash up a link to my video for my American Floetrol Cell Activator recipe if you want to see how I do it. Give it a swipe-a-roni. Let's see how that develops. So what I'm going to do here is play around a little bit with some more swipes here and there. I'm not an expert swiper, but you really can get some really cool effects even not having a lot of experience with this. Just going to go with pink here. And what I'm doing here is called a scoop and drag, where I'm just scooping up some of the cells, just stretching them out a little bit with the palette knife over the top of the black pillow. Interesting. And this here is all just play time. I don't have a rhyme or reason. I'm just going with whatever I feel like is the right thing to do. It's like two eyes in the middle. This is such a freaky process here. I'll slap a little pink on here. I'm just flying by the seat of my pants. I'm gonna pick up some here. I think we'll stop with that. Let me give a quick cleanup before I spin. To me, the spin is when the magic starts to happen, because you really don't know how it's going to develop. That black is supposed to be a pillow type paint, but it is thinner than, it's about as thin as water. I'm not a big Sherwin Williams fan, to be honest. Now don't get me wrong, there are a lot of people that like Sherwin Williams. I'm just not one of them. And it all depends on what works for you. The process is the same, the recipes can be different. It all depends on what works for you. Let me... I'm gonna grab something from in here too. I guarantee I've got more color down here. I'm gonna have to do a couple of these to get the hang of this again. Put a little on the edge. Just the edge of the cell activator right there. I need this to stretch out more, so I need to spin a lot more because I think I have a lot of paint on here I need to get off. At least get it to stretch out. So truth be told, I didn't get quite the purling effect that I wanted to see when I used Multi-Pro in my old Valspar. So I might just go ahead and get some Multi-Pro. I know it's on sale right now at Home Depot, and see if I can get some more effects like I did 2 years ago. I want to see, hopefully I'm going to get a reaction that I'm looking for. But it could be because of the different paint style. It could be. I can't get that. The cells are definitely purling up, but nowhere near as dramatic as what I saw 2 years ago. I know I've got so much more color under there. It's like, come on, where is it? Hoping I'm going to get some reaction inside the black. I'm going to do this again. I got to try this again. I'm going to do it a little differently. Go farther that way. If you're curious about my setup, I've got a video, I'll link it above, how I have my spinner set up. The spinner I have is in the description, and how I have it set up here, so I have it off the table, which is, to me, really good, really useful. I'm not getting that reaction. I'm not getting the reaction I'm looking for. Paints are different. Although I do see something happening in here. I'm gonna hit it with a little heat. Really cute. It's not a loser. I don't typically do this with a bloom recipe. This is house paint. I'm gonna clean up the bottom a little bit. I'm gonna skip past this. I'll leave it alone for a couple minutes. Just let it go. I just let this play and see what we get. It's like a psychedelic look. I think that's partially because of the colors, but it is like a purling, I call it a purling bloom. We're at 20 minutes. I'm going to just let the camera roll. We'll see if we get any more cells to come up. All right, I'm 25 minutes in. I'm going to stop the camera and I'm going to take a picture of it now, and then we'll see if this develops any more over time. So just wanted to show you the piece of wood that I picked up literally this weekend to use for the clock base. And that's the chisel there that I'm going to use to clean it up a little bit. And then I also used a brush to clean in between all the grooves of the body of wood. So after I cut it down to size, I have my Dremel that I'm using to smooth over the top. And I just wiped it down with a brush to get all the bits and dirt out of it after washing it. And then I'm going to spray varnish it with satin varnish. But I'm going to have to turn the camera off, but this is essentially what I'm just going to smooth over the top. This is on low speed. Just turn it on, fast, medium, off. Yeah, I'm going to fix the bit. Okay, just wanted to show you that real quick. And if you're interested in some of the tools I have, I'm linking video 332 above that shows you some of the tools that I use for my wood creations. And I have two CD clocks I think would work on this base, and I wondered which one you prefer, the pink one or the orange one. All right, everybody, we still have these Amsterdam paints up for grabs. You're not having a hallucination or a Groundhog Day. And we're going to do it differently this time. The person that won them last week didn't want to pay the postage. They were out of Canada, and it was really expensive. So my rules this time, you have to be in the US. You have to email me directly your address, and my email is in the description. The first person to email me directly saying you're interested in the paints with your mailing address will win the paints. You have to be willing to pay for postage, which should be around $10 in the United States, and $1 for my time and effort. And I'll be honest with you guys, if I can't give these paints away this time, I think my paint giveaway days will be over. So here she is, finally finished with resin, the KS resin that I always use, with a little butterfly on the stand that I was working on. And I think she looks pretty darn cute. But let me know which one you prefer, this color or the orange one. So if you're new here, please consider joining me by subscribing, hitting the bell and all. You'll get all my latest art tutorials. I'd appreciate everybody leaving a comment and a thumbs up. And if you want to hype this video, go ahead and hype it. I think it somehow helps the algorithm for YouTube. That would help my channel out a lot. And as usual, anything I do create is up for grabs. You can check out my online store, and I also can create anything for you guys on commission. With the holidays coming up, you might get behind on your creations, and that's what I'm here for, to help you out. So that's all I have for now, everybody. Take care. Till next time.